So, I am being here, riding my bike. I do really hope that you can even understand me, but I think this should be fine, should be okay. If you can do so while I'm doing cardio at home, jumping around, then this shouldn't be a problem either. Once again, trying to be a bit more productive / efficient. Since there's actually a bit more that I need to be doing today, but it is going to be fine indeed. Even if I am feeling not too great today, I have a bit of a sore throat. I clearly notice as well that I am not having as much energy as I am used to having, which is fine though. I'm just still trying to get done everything that I wanted to get done, while focusing a bit more on sleeping enough, trying to recover a bit, and also maybe not working out that much. Maybe also just being a bit nicer to myself and realize that resting is not opposite to progress. Progress mainly being kind of, doing something. But I'm still having to do some uni stuff today. Mainly, I guess, working on my model, my kind of abstract building type of thing, whatever you want to call it. And I just realized that this may not be the best spot for me to record, since it is very fucking loud. Anyway, it is actually very interesting that my mood certainly changes when I'm feeling a bit ill and I feel like something is going on, when I notice that I may not be in the best of health, which kind of emphasizes for me once again that there is indeed a connection between physical well-being and also mental well-being. Obviously, since I don't have too much energy, I feel a little bit drained and feel like it was a bit unproductive today, to be honest. That I don't feel that well mentally, even though I do want to point out that it is actually kind of great sometimes to be reminded of the fact that I am not invincible. And I'm thinking about it quite frequently, when I'm just, doing stuff like riding my bike without a jacket, even if it is really cold. Reminding myself of the fact that, some things may not be that smart, some things may actually be pretty fucking dumb. Anyway, it's also not the best spot for me to record here, since it needs to be louder than normally or usually, which is not great. Because when having a sore throat, just often that is, a bit dry, and when you're talking a lot and speaking a lot, then this is definitely not beneficial for a dry mouth. But anyway, so this might also be an example of trying to see the good in bad situations and trying to get the best out of whatever position you are in at this time, which I kind of needed to focus on in the past in the past year maybe, I guess. The whole situation that I've been in, besides the fact that being really important for me and my progression as a person, it's been quite tough, and it's been very demanding, also demanding of progress, demanding of moving forward, because obviously you can't stay in a certain place forever. Period. Yeah, that's quite it. And I just see that, well, I'm gonna be a bit in the sun now. Stay here, get a little bit of vitamin D while I'm talking here. I do know that there's a street next to me. It's actually a freeway, highway type of thing, which does not make it any better. Does not make it any less noisy, even more noisy. But I am actually very grateful, and it is something that I've talked to a friend of mine about, the fact that after school, we in Austria, at least the boys, have to do some sort of a social type of thing. We just need to basically work for the country, do a social service. Let's call it a year. It is not fully a year. If you go to the military, it is 6 months. If you're doing the social work type of thing, it is 9 months. And between school ending and this thing, I had some time to, think as well and whatnot, and live my life and whatever. But after my social service type of thing, I as well had a bit of time to just live, just to do things. It's been the summer. I haven't done much. Unfortunately, I didn't go to any place, which I'm regretting a little tiny bit now, since it would have been a really great opportunity. I didn't have anything to do. I've had a bit of money left from the social thingy thing, but it is what it is. I'm probably going to live for another 80 years or something, and so it is going to be rather fine. On the other hand, though, it was a very important experience, because knowing what to do with one's life when there is nothing going on is rather difficult, at least for me. I'm not a person that is sitting at home all day long watching series and just doing something. I do understand that, and I can also see why people are doing it. And for some people it is also really fine. I mean, they have a life I just may not have. Quite also a social life, especially back in these days. I didn't do much with other people, and I was actually also used to that, having to kind of quote unquote search for people to do something with me. I was always like in school and whatnot, and it was always quite it was always just quite the case that I was most of the time surrounded by other people, and so I never quite felt, besides on the weekends maybe sometimes, that I just needed to do something with somebody. But I definitely felt alone, and I definitely felt just kind of left out, maybe a bit behind as well. And this is not a great feeling, but one learns to deal with that, and one learns to understand that, and one also learns to realize that, and also realize that this may just be wrong, that you should have a social life, and that it is actually very important to have a social life and to have friends, which I am having. But I guess I do not actually know everything about these days, even if it's just been actually less than a year since then. I don't know, I've been working, I've been just trying to do things, I've been I don't know, actually most of the time I've been working also after my social year. I've been working a bit, and which is great, which is good, which is fine and okay and whatever, but it is still a great experience. And now even it's been quite the year of learning for me. It's been quite the year of, having to understand me, not just understanding me, but, kind of being forced to understand my life and understand what I need and understand what life is all about, and also reflecting a bit about what I've done, what I maybe just in the future should be doing. And I'm actually still pretty happy now that I am in a university. I have things to do that make sense for me, and I'm also surrounded by people. I'm dealing with people, I'm working with people, I can interact with people. I just do have the opportunity to make new friends, and so on and so forth. So in general, it is just a great thing. It is good. It's been a good year. It's been a hard year, but a very good year. And I am, looking forward to the future, basically, and also very interested in what my future is going to be like. I am also, quite interested to see what my future is going to be like love-wise, and relationship-wise. In the past few, actually kind of days indeed, I felt like, just being in a relationship wouldn't feel that bad. Before I always felt, just being able to do whatever I want to do and just, being for myself and whatnot is cool and fine and whatnot. Maybe there's always a bit of quote-unquote drama or trauma around the last relationship that I had, and, having this feeling of, okay, I need to sacrifice certain things so that this relationship works, which is, in and of itself completely wrong. Like, it does not have to be about sacrifices. It doesn't have to be about just, losing happiness and losing all these things that I like to be doing. This having a relationship should be on top of that, if it is done correctly. At least this is just my stance right now, and my stance that I'm having at this point in time. And so this just makes me look forward to those things and to those experiences actually even more, to to just experience it once again. For me, it may not, necessarily be about just having a relationship per se, but just having another experience, I don't know, and I finally also feel like that I can and could, at least at this point in time. I feel like, just meeting a new person, being with a new person, just having all those great experiences, having all those great moments. Life is basically a collection of great moments, hopefully great moments, and I've been able to make a bunch of them, I guess. It also really depends on how you see things. Of course, I can see something good in every single day, but I can also see a lot of bad in every single day that I am experiencing. Maybe today it might be like feeling a bit ill, feeling not too well, but it doesn't have to focus on that. I do not have to, or it doesn't have to be like that. I do not have to focus on that. Anyway, learning is good. Hard times are good for learning. And it is fine when sometimes it is not running that smoothly as time before, and things are not going as well as before, and it is fine. And you go your way, people go their way. Sometimes ways split up, and this is fine as well. Who first of all says that you're never going to meet this person again? Second of all, who says that you even need to meet this person again, to be on that path again? Like, why should it be? Why does it have to be the case? And I just realized something actually really important. Often I've seen that when talking about things, it is more or less like journaling, kind of reflecting on what is on my head or in my mind, and then being able to kind of work on it. And I do see things as things are, and anyway, I think that I am going to end the episode there. I do, as I've said, hope that you were able to understand me rather well. but I think it is fine. I think it should be quite okay. So see you soon. Bye bye.